Alright, so I have the jtv89f that I just received on Friday 5/8/2015 from Sweetwater, and it is Sunday 5/10. So I just want to show what the issue with these piezo pickups are. So I'm playing on the 5th fret, picking normally. I use a heavy pick, but I'm picking actually kind of light. So, and I'm set my input level hot so you can see what's going on. So here's what happens on the 5th fret. I'm using the Lester model on the bridge pickup. I'm not picking any harder or softer on any string. It's actually very light. So you can see that the B string is really low. Now if I compare just the G string to the B string, like I said, I'm not picking any different. It looks like I'm picking harder on that G string, but I'm not. So if you do a riff, including that, you know, like a 2-string thing, or a lead, this is what it would sound like. So that's when it becomes an issue. Okay, so now here is the magnetic pickups, and the magnetic pickups, the output is lower because these pickups are actually kind of low. They could use to go up. They're about almost, looks like a little more than a 1/4 inch. At least the neck pickup is like a 1/4 inch off the strings. Bridge pickup could go up a little bit, but it's not bad. But anyway, this is the bridge pickup, same fret. So that's the magnetic pickup, and obviously again the the piezos. So you can see once again that that B string is really low. Now I changed the strings. I've got 9-gauge boomers on here, GHS boomers. That's what I always use. So there's brand new strings. Now I talked to the tech guys. I forgot who I talked to over at Sweetwater, and he recommended changing the strings and going in and setting the volume to make the strings even, because like the global volume settings. But I'm going to show you how low I have to go on the other strings to compensate for that low B string. Okay, so here's where I had to set to compensate for the low B string. You can see the low the B string. You can see that the low E is also a little bit off, about half. Now I had to go all the way down to 30% to compensate for the B string being at 100%. And also the high E string is slightly low. So I mean, you know, that's bearable, but I don't know if that, you know, being 70% lower in volume is normal. The other area that this becomes an issue is trying to match the output of the piezo, like say on a Les Paul that has a humbucker, to the humbuckers that are on the you know, the magnetic pickups. I would think that they should be, you know, pretty much about the same. So that's why I used a Lester model in setting the volumes. So those pickups are, you know, fairly low on the guitar, but I mean it sounds pretty good. So I don't think I need to raise the magnetic pickups, but I don't have a lot of leeway. So I'm just my point is that 70% lower on that B string piezo is significantly low. I don't think it should be like that. I think it should be you know, at least 20-30% would be okay. Alright, so here's the output now with those adjustments made. The other thing you have to, so now that's pretty even. But again, you saw that, you know, I'll show you once again that the settings, those strings have to be set on. Let me find it here. Is that. I mean, that's the huge difference with that B string. So the other thing that you have to watch out for is the whammy bar. Now that's on the Lester, on the modeling. The Variax that I had, the JT89F that I had from Zounds, the one I just returned before I ordered this from you guys, I couldn't even go that low. It would cut out about here. You know, and I knew that wasn't right because the one I had before that, where I had, this is my third jtv89f, by the way. I do have a jtv89, which I had to get two before, you know, with the same issues with the piezo, but I have one that's good. So that's, you know, I have something to compare this to. So anyway, 2 89Fs ago, the piezos were perfect. They were not, well, no, not perfect. I had a problem with the high B and the, I'm sorry, the low E and A string. But the dive bombing was perfect. Second JT89F from Zounds. The pickups were perfect, nice and even at 100%. But the dive bombing cut out, like I said, right about, you know, this one goes pretty low. So if I had it on distortion, you'd be able to tell, but I mean, that's pretty good. So there's a few things to watch out for on these things. Unfortunately, every single one I've had seems to have a different issue. Alright, so I went back and I put the model string volumes back at 100%, and I set the global strings, the global settings, and this is what I got. So you can see, you know, I'm at negative 6.9 on the D and G. The A, a little bit less. The low E also has a little bit of volume difference, but the B is significant, and the high E also slightly off. I mean, that's tolerable. But you know, you guys tell me if you guys say this is normal. You know, I don't know. I don't know how that could be. You know, like I said, where this becomes an issue is trying to match the output level to the magnetic pickups. So I'm torn. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to call line 6 tomorrow and tell them my findings as far as, you know, if there's supposed to be a 70% difference on a certain pickup compared to the others. Again, my gut tells me that's not right. On the other hand, I love the guitar. You know, it plays awesome, sounds awesome. You know, now the strings are set even with that volume change. I love it, but I don't want, like, down the road, you know, I'm going to find, you know, an issue where it becomes a problem. You know, again, one of the issues is matching those magnetic pickups when you're, you know, setting up patches for a song. You know, after watching the video, you guys tell me what you think. I would say, you know, you guys probably saw more of these than I did, but I mean, this is my 5th one. And, you know, I'm buying the guitar, so of course I'm going to go through it like with a fine-tooth comb. You know, when you pay $1,200 for something, it should work the way it's supposed to. The whole idea behind these guitars is the modeling, and if there's an issue like that, you know, it's going around the internet that there could be a bad batch from line 6. I don't know why they're sending them out like this. I don't think that's cool. I asked them if there was certain model numbers I should watch out for. Of course, they're not going to say anything. They're not going to, you know, if there was, they need to sell them, you know, because the way things go these days, they hope that people don't notice. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys. Today is Sunday the 10th. I'm sure I'll talk to you guys on Monday, which will be the 11th. Thanks.